breathing and relaxation. Close your eyes. Get started with the deep breath. Feel the face remain relaxed, the jaw and the neck remain relaxed. Relax through the path of the breath. Begin to get a sense of your relaxed frame as feeling solid, balanced, connected to the floor. Feel the stability of your body. However much of that's already something you had or from your training. Just feel where you are right now. Feel the feet relaxed against the floor. Feel the legs engaged, almost like you were pushing into the floor a little bit with your legs. The knees a little bent, or not, maybe not even bent, but just soft. Try to feel the length of your back, the spine, the support of the breath. Feel how the shoulders, chest, the upper back, the neck, the head all relax into a stable position. Not stifling the breath at all. Again, your bracing horseman ready. Maybe sometime in the next minute, if you need a little more relaxation, I'm going to go ahead and begin. We'll come out of it in 5 minutes. Relax the neck, the upper back, the chest. Relax the feet, the ankles. Feel your soft knees. Relax the quad. do a little scan for tension. A little pull of the body, see where something might have gotten tight without you knowing. About 30 more seconds would be good. And release. Straighten the legs, lower the hands. Circle the arms up, breathe in. Push palms down, breathe out. Let's go middle distance, ride the wild horse. Let's go low a little bit before we get to our snake, creeping down. Again, 3 times, inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Two more. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. Yeah, last one. Continue forward, down. Up. And down. Whew, I think that was 3. I got too relaxed and lost count, but that's good enough for now. Let's do the whole thing. Advanced section. Third section. You only know part of it. Do your best to do your best on the part that you know, right? And then for the part after, try to switch minds where you're no longer trying to get it, trying to be right, frustrated if you don't have it, and more just gathering information. Following along, gathering information like a detective or something. I'll say names so we can stay together, especially when we're turned away from the screen. Begin, embrace tiger, return to mountain. Grasp the bird's tail, turn and shift and turn. Connect and shift and press. Follow through, shift, sink, shift, push. Diagonal single whip. Part the wild horse's mane, 1. Part the wild horse's mane, 2. Part the wild horse's mane, 3. Grasp the bird's tail. Pull back and press. Push. Single whip. Four corners. Fair Lady work shuttles 1. Fair Lady work shuttles 2. Fair Lady work shuttles 3. Fair Lady work shuttles 4. Grasp the bird's tail. Press. Push. Cloud hands transition into. Cloud hands 1. Cloud hands 2. Cloud hands 3. Single whip. Snake creeps down. Golden Rooster stands on left leg. Golden Rooster stands on right leg. Pulse monkeys 1. Repulse monkeys 2. Repulse monkeys 3. Slant fly. Lift hands. White crane spreads wings. Brush knee push. Needle at C bottom. And back. Turn around. White snake spits its tongue. Hidden hand punch. Grasp the bird's tail. Single whip. Cloud hands, transition again. Cloud hands 1. Cloud hands 2. Loud hands, 3. Single whip. High horse. Piercing palm. Turn body cross forward kick. Brush knee punch to groin. Grasp the wrist. Single whip. Snake creeps down. Step up 7 stars. Step back, ride the tiger to the mount. Sweep the lotus. Bend bow, shoot tiger. Hidden hand punch. Withdraw and push. Cross. Okay. So ideally for you that, if you didn't already know the whole thing, ideally that becomes less and less confusing and more like, oh, I just have a few little gaps to fill in. Okay, so yeah, we worked on slant flying, we did those repeats, we did a bit on needle at C-bottom. Needle at C-bottom is tricky enough that it could use another class, but without seeing what's going on, I don't have anything to go on, and it doesn't really help to just teach the same lesson again. So let's just review doing it a couple times. If anything inspiring comes to mind to share with you, I'll share it. Otherwise, we'll go on to fan through back, and maybe even, I always do this and say we might do 2 and then we just do 1. But maybe we'll go around to the white snake spitting its tongue as well. So let's just do a few more needle at C-bottoms just to remember, repeat, lock it in. What does it come from? So here's our sequence test. What move comes right before needle at C-bottom? I'm going to give you a second to try to think of it and not just follow me and always have the answer up here. Did you think of it? Brush knee push. Needle at C-bottom. Feel, if you don't feel sunk on the front leg already, like if you feel just kind of up in it, then following through won't make any sense. So feel almost like you got into your bracing horse and then kept that front leg, put the support leg back. Feel sunk into that front leg. So it means something when you follow through, step in. Let the arms come a little closer together. Shift back, rock back. The arms will come up, leveraged from the hips. Sink, fold, arms come down. Reset. Follow through. Step up a little bit. Arms follow through too. Shift back, rock up. Sit back, rock down. Right knee out. Feel your tuck. From your tuck up to your head suspended. Feel like Tai Chi. I imagine that might be frustrating. Do it like Tai Chi. 2 more times. needle at C bottom or picking up the needle from the bottom of the C, begin. Once more. And go. Okay. And it's really easier to do fan through back than to just come out of that. Let's do it again then and do fan through back after. Oh wait, any questions? Anything that the review didn't cover that you're still wondering? Okay, I don't hear any, so if there's some out there that I can't hear, send them to me and I'll read them. We'll do it one more time and then we'll instructionally go through fan through back. Begin, needle at C bottom. And fan through back, here we go. Rock upright, step to double dragons with the left foot. Shift forward and let the left hand come out like it's a single whip and let the right come up by the temple like you're saluting, sort of. Two little moves, huh? Let's do it again. Try starting from needle at C bottom. Rock back upright, step forward, shift forward. Yeah, left hand feels a lot like single whip, right hand like you're saluting, rounded and connected. One more time together. Rock upright, step to double dragons, shift forward. Okay. Let's look at the details of fan through back. So, how would we do it? You would come and watch it from the front or from a side angle a little bit. So here's from the front. The rock back upright. Step with the left. Shift forward. Slight angle. Rock back upright. Step to double dragons. Shift forward. Here's the opposite side from the original angle. Rock upright. Step to the left. Shift forward. What do you remember from single whip? It's not out here, it's down here, right? Questions? So, I think back to what was revealing in instruction about this move for me. What helped me learn it? I recall the lesson seeing Master Gohring talk about this move in comparison to a lot of the other double dragons moves. And he just did this simple thing where he got in the fan through back, and he said, just recalling from there, go to your single whip. It's very close. There's a little more turn, but that little turn makes the stance look a lot bigger than it is. So you might have copied with a bigger double dragons. It's pretty much double dragons. But when you shift and the way the body's open, it makes it seem bigger. So the openness here makes it seem bigger. Single whip's pretty open, right? Fan through back's a little more open. And then the demonstration that I saw that helped was here's a single whip, here's a push, here's a brush knee push. So while the legs, the knees will stay the same, things in the waist and proportionally everything else connected to it changes a little bit. And oh, I forgot fair ladies. So here's a fan through back, here's a single whip, here's a push, here's a brush knee push, here's a fair lady workshop. Hopefully those are familiar and hopefully that makes some sense to you. Okay, so little tips, things that might help, common mistakes, little just other stuff about the move. So I'll just say all the stuff about the move. It is one of your 21 applications. It's needle at C-bottom is a separate one. So they're two, they could be done, it seems like they could be done together, but they're two separate applications. Needle at C-bottom was the chin knot, right? This is a strike that we block and strike back. Common mistake. So because I'm coming forward relative to my right hand, some people will want to bring the right hand back a lot. It's not back, it'll just be up there, rounded and connected in the arm. If you want to get the arm alignment, round and connect through the arm, keep the shoulder elbow lowered, stretch through the fingers. And if you want to salute at the temple, that's kind of where it needs to be. The step sometimes challenges students. So I find that if I rock back and stay balanced without going too far back, without actually tipping back, so I'm very far forward, and rocking back just means less far forward, not back, right? But at some point there's a balanced tipping point where double dragons is just a nice little sink and step into. So I'm at kind of an angle for you, but I come up, and right about here I feel that my weight would be balanced enough for a step, to a shift, to a move. Just going through other common mistakes. In the application, which arm blocks? So we can't really do the application or demonstrate it. But if you imagine from your needle at C-bottom position, a punch coming at you, you should feel vulnerable. Your instinct might be to come up with your arms to not get hit. That instinct would be, I won't say good or bad, but that would be consistent with this move. So here you are down there. And because of the way things are rotating, my right hand might have come a little lower than my left. But because of that same rotation, my right hand comes up more quickly. It's like different gears. Yeah. So, yeah, it's like you got a smaller and a bigger gear. So farther out, or smaller and a bigger lever. And then up, and that right hand's out to block, while the left would do the striking. This is a lot of things, so I'm sorry if this is confusing, but they're all just coming to mind, so I'll say them. The other one is, when we learn the applications, some students will want to break this into two parts, because it's kind of how you learn it. It's the punch is coming in, and one, you don't get hit. Two, you step and you strike. In practice, it's continuous and there's no division between the two. But it might seem like there was when you came up and you were here and then you stepped and you shifted. So looking at it more continuously and the way the application would really go, all those things are there, but there's no stop. I still rock back, I still step, still shift. That sound is, I felt like a good relaxed ending position, and I just vocalized it. Okay. I know you're watching me think, but I don't have like a script. Let's practice our fan through back bit. For now, we'll start from needle so we can focus. We'll combine them later. Feel your hips even. If they tilt one way or the other, it'll get a lot harder. Feel your right knee out. And rock back, upright. Feel your balance. Feel when it's time to step. Shift your weight. Relax into the posture. Reset. Begin. Reset. Begin. One more time. Needle at C-bottom to fan through back and fan through back. Go. Okay, that was 3 or 4 times. If you'd like some more practice, go ahead and pause it now. Back it up. Okay. Let's go ahead and do turn around strike with, or turn around white snake spits its tongue. And you'll notice I stumbled over and almost said turn around strike with back fist. It's because the moves are identical, except for the fact that at the end of the back fist, the fingers flick out. So it's barely another move. If you know turnaround strike with back fist, it should be just about the same. But maybe that kind of shortcut isn't so helpful. Maybe it's more helpful to think of it with a wide sash state of mind, like you've never seen it before. It depends on where you are in your training, right? At some point, you're not ready yet to be looking at things again. You're still trying to get the things, and it's hard to tell past that point, and you might not feel it right away, but now you have things, and you need to look at things again, and again and again. So let's take it like a beginner, from fan through back. Oh wait, I said we're going to practice the other two together. We'll come back to that. So from fan through back, we'll just do a little instruction. If we don't get it down today, we can cover it some more next class. So turn around white snake, spits its tongue, shift back. Turn to the right, turn the left toes in all the way in front. Kind of feels like a reverse single loop footwork. Shift to the left, turn to the left, switch the hands. And you might not see much of a turn, but I feel it in the upper body that my hips kind of want to go right, but my upper body's turning to the left. So I'm going to release the right heel, step in and step out to where it wants to go. And then immediately I'm blocking down with my left. The back fist is coming out, which the fingers then flick out. Think of like you were attacking the eyes, and then I turn that last bit to get my chop. Just like would be here in the back fist, but now it's here in an open hand. White snake spits its tongue or flicks its tongue. Yeah, like you picture a snake flicking its tongue out, kind of like that. Reset. And begin. Turn to the right, turn the left toes in the left. Shift to the left. Turn to the left, release the right heel, step in, step back, block, back fist to a flick, turn, chop. It's a little cocked back. If you thought of attacking the collar, the neck, or collarbone around here, it wouldn't be like in a straight line, it would have a little back chop to it. Judo chop. Try to imagine where you are in your practice today. What do you need? Let's call that a preview. Let's go through that move a few more times, and then we'll just practice those all together. If we need more instruction on this, we'll come back next class and hit it again. Turn around, white snake spits its tongue, shift back. Turn to the right, left toes turn into the front. Shift to the left, turn to the left, release the right heel, step back, lock, flick, chop. One more. Back, turn, shift, turn, release, step, lock, back fist that flicks out, chop. One more time. Begin. Just briefly, I know that a common question on this move is, it feels like there's too much arms, and I've already done, shifted and turned. I'm already sitting there in my legs, and my arms have more to do. Yeah, I felt that way too. I came up personally, so this is a little interpretive on my part, but there's some ways to connect it artificially to find the real connection. And what that is from here, basically I touch with my heel, and I think of as soon as my toes are touching, I'm blocking. And then I think of as soon as my weight is shifting a little more to past 50-50 to the right, I'm letting the hand come out. And then before that's really finished, when I'm chopping, the right hand comes back at the same time as the left toes turn in and the left chop comes down. So it's a way to sort of synchronize, for now, the little parts that might go together to find the true connection of the arms moving because the body moves. So again, if you want to hear that again. from the start of the move. Da, 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 nothing here, nothing here, nothing here, nothing here, nothing here. Oh, here we go. Here's the part that usually feels weird. Touch the heel. When the toes are coming down, you're blocking. When the weight is shifting, your back fists are flicking. And then when the toes are turning, chopping. So you could try that. Go slow, be relaxed, go to your what you know about your connection and your alignment if in doubt. Right? Okay, let's try those new moves together. From brush knee push. And begin. Needle at C bottom. And through back. Turn around, white snake, spits and stop. And yeah, if you think of flicking to the eyes, trying to blind, distract, go for those targets that you're not allowed to hit in sport-like scenarios. Eyes being one. Begin, needle at C bottom. Fan through back. Turn around, strike with, turn around, white snake spits its tongue. One more time, all those together. Begin, needle at C bottom. Fan through back. Turn around, white snake spits its tongue. Okay. If you need more on white snake spits its tongue, let me know. I'll probably just review it next class, if not, just a brief review. Okay, I think that's good for Black Sash training today. Let's go ahead and bow out, and we will start Master's Path a little early. Life skill. Path of self-mastery requires a focused mind. A focused mind sees no obstacles. Path of self-mastery requires a focused mind. A focused mind sees no obstacles. The path of self-mastery requires a focused mind. A focused mind sees no obstacles. To each other. Okay, Black Sash training dismissed.